everyone. I'm here in Makati, Manila, and I'm going to give you a small tour of a place called Ayala. We're starting out here in a place called Ayala Triangle Gardens. It's a this is a small park here, some restaurants. So this is a nice park, and I've come here a few times. So I wanted to show you what it looks like. And this park is interesting for a few reasons. One, it's got good landscaping. Two, there's often a lot of stray cats here, which I've been intrigued about. And the cats here are usually pretty nice. And this park also has Kit Kat chairs, which I find pretty interesting. So you can see here, that's a chair made, the seat is made out of Kit Kat candies. Okay, now we're walking by some restaurants on the left, and this area, Ayala, is I think a big financial district of Manila, maybe one of the biggest in Philippines. Yeah, so here, this looks like a stray cat here. But apparently, restaurant owners don't seem to care that much. Them jumping up on their tables and whatnot. So this area, of course, is a park, but around here is lots of skyscrapers. There's one being built right there. And Ayala has lots of banks, and I think this is where a lot of the Philippine banks have their headquarters. And where I'm walking to right now, a building that used to be the Philippine Stock Exchange, but they've apparently moved it. So the stock exchange is somewhere else, but this is where it used to be. And I'll show you that building in a second here. Yeah, so this is just some nice architecture, I think. And it looks like they may be getting ready for Christmas already with these lights. Okay, so this is the building I was mentioning. The former stock exchange of the Philippines. Although it still says Philippine Stock Exchange signs, a security guard basically told me that it moved somewhere else. So I guess they haven't updated the signs. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a bit more of the financial area, and then I'll show you some nice malls. Some really nice malls actually. One of them has basically mainly luxury stores, and it's pretty nice. And the other one is also really nice, but they have all sorts of stores, not just luxury. So this is a Philippine National Bank. It might be their headquarters, I'm not sure. But anyway, it's a nice building. So I'm gonna walk along this street a little bit, and then I'll cross the street to show you some more. So I've been here just a few times, this area, but I think it's pretty nice. Reminds me of other big cities. At least the downtown areas. And that vehicle driving by, as I've said in other videos, that's called a jeepney. And they're kind of a small, like the Philippine minibuses, kind of. So up there is a road called Paseo de Roxas, which we were pretty close to in the park. And this road here, I believe, is Ayala Road. Oh, pardon me. Maybe this is. Let me double check. Oh yeah, I guess this is Ayala Avenue. This is Ayala Avenue, and this intersecting road is the Paseo de Roxas. So across the street, we've got a Bank of China. And that's, of course, from mainland China. And interestingly, they have some other sort of China bank, but I think it's actually a Filipino bank. But maybe it was made started about 100 years ago. Okay, so anyway, lots and lots of banks here. And I'm not sure what this statue is, but some sort of statue for democracy or something. I'm not sure who those people are in the statue. Yeah, so HSBC, got a Bank of Commerce. So yeah, all sorts of banks here. PSB Bank. So I can't easily cross the street here because there's no easy way. So the way to do it is to go underground, the subway here. Now this is just an underground tunnel. There's no trains here. So I'm going underneath here, and I'm planning to basically cross to the other side of Ayala Road, and then show you some more of the banking area, and then show you the nice malls. So one interesting thing I've noticed, at least interesting to me, is seem to be a lot of Chinese people here. I mean, specifically from China. A lot of people also of Chinese descent, but there's a lot of signs in Chinese too. So here was a sign for so this is Mid-Autumn Festival. This means literally the middle of autumn. So anyway, the Chinese Mid-Autumn Festival. There's lots of things they do, but one of them is eat mooncakes. So anyway, but of course we're here in the Philippines. Okay, so here more sort of bilingual signs, English, Chinese. Okay, so now I'm going up the escalator. I'm going to skip the escalator and go up the stairs. There's too many people on the escalator. Okay, so we're on the other side of Ayala Road, and then we're going to go on Makati Avenue again. I started the video close to Makati Avenue, and I'm going to go back there. Okay, so yeah, this area is, again, lots of banks and other financial stuff around here. Jollibee, that's one of the Philippines' biggest fast food places. I think biggest competitor to McDonald's. And this was actually originally from Philippines, Jollibee. So here's some more food places. And so this is actually one of my favorite parts of Manila. I've only been in Manila for a short time, but for me this is probably the nicest. Buildings are nice, and it just seems to be well kept. It's clean, this part. And this area, to me, I haven't, I can't recall seeing really any homeless people in this area. There's other parts of Manila where you see homeless people everywhere, but this area I haven't noticed it. So I've been told by someone I've met here that apartments or flats are pretty expensive here, but this area, I mean, but for me that's understandable given that it's pretty nice. That was a Chinese restaurant. And so in this area, Makati Avenue, which is the next road, there's quite a lot of hotels. And this one, to me, I'll show you the peninsula. At least the outside looks pretty nice to me. Kind of reminds me of the outsides of some casinos in Las Vegas or Macau. But yeah, I guess part of the hotel needs to be cleaned a bit, but part of it looks really nice. Okay, so see skyscrapers being built. And when I mentioned about malls, this one, the Landmark, is one of those malls. Okay, and now we're on Makati Avenue, and this is also an upscale area, this part of Makati Avenue. So going past the next road, there's a bunch of malls and restaurants nearby. And this here, I found this statue pretty interesting. I think this is Philippine martial arts. I don't know much about Philippine martial arts, but anyway, I just assume it's that. And this coming up was a Ayala museum. And I guess that's something I should check out. And on the left here, it's called The Link, and it's that's some kind of mall. Okay, so as I mentioned, there was a luxury mall. So on the right here was that. So of course you've got Gucci and lots of other very expensive brands. And I actually walked into the Gucci yesterday just for fun. One thing I noticed was prices are not easily found on the items there. You'll need to, they're usually on the bottom of the item, so they don't immediately show you the price. And I found a pair of tennis shoes for what I believe was 46,000 Philippine pesos, which is basically, in euros and dollars, let's say between 800 and 900 USD, and about the same, between 800 and 900 euros for one pair of tennis shoes that wasn't even that nice. They were just ordinary tennis shoes with the name Gucci. But if you've got that kind of money to spend, more power to you. Okay, so this one was the luxury mall, and across the street is a more general type of mall. And one thing you'll notice if you come to the Philippines is there are security guards everywhere. I mean, every major business has at least one security guard. And you see these types of armored cars all over the place also, which I find pretty interesting. Okay, so down that way is the end of Makati Avenue. But I wanted to show you this. And this mall here, I don't know if you can see it, yes. It's called the Landmark. And I went here yesterday. It was pretty nice. And I mentioned about nice hotels. There is the Shangri-La Hotel. And that's very famous hotel company, luxury hotels. Okay, so I think I'll walk into the mall here just to show you what it's like. But I'll need to cross the street with the escalators. Although I might not be able to get in filming, I'm not sure if the security guards will stop me. But I can at least show you the outside of the mall. Okay, so taking the escalator, and we're gonna cross the street to the other mall. Okay, so just crossing the street here. Give you some views. Makati Avenue. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get in. If the security guard stops me, then I'll just end the video here. Ah, they didn't stop me. Fantastic. So as I mentioned, this is called the Landmark. So this is yeah, just kind of a shopping mall you can find anywhere. Or at least it's upscale shopping mall. And on the bottom of this mall is a really big grocery store, along with some restaurants. Okay, so now I'm gonna go down the escalator to a lower level. I've got to find it first. Okay, it's on my left here. So Manila has a huge range of things you can see. You can see, you know, extreme luxury, and you can see really dire poverty. So it's got big extremes here, much more so than I've seen in a lot of other cities. Ah. Okay, this here, I guess, is more fashion stores, clothing stores, and so on. I want to see if I can show you the grocery store. Oh. Huh. Well, maybe this is the... I'm not sure how to get there then. But anyway, yeah, or maybe I was in the wrong part, the wrong mall. Yeah, and I guess across the street here. Maybe that was it. I guess I was in the. Maybe I was in the wrong mall. Mentioning about the grocery store. So yeah, interesting. There's nice restaurants. There's a nice gym there. And this here chicken banchan, I ate at a similar restaurant at a different branch, and it was quite good. Okay, so there's the Makati Shangri-La. Yeah, I'll show you that too. So Shangri-La is I've only ever associated that with great luxury, that name, Shangri-La. Shangri-La. And it does look pretty nice, and you can imagine, even in a poor country like Philippines, you'd still pay a lot of money to come here. Okay, and I'll end the video by showing you just a few more parts of this area, which I think look pretty nice. So in the nice parts of Manila, you can pretty much get any kind of food you want. At least if it's a big brand, and most big types of ethnic foods, Chinese, Indian, European, American foods, and so on. Okay. And I think I did want to show you that grocery store, if I can, or at least show you the outside of the building that would have it. But unfortunately, it's a bit harder for me to find it because of the fear of security guards stopping me from filming. But anyway, yesterday I did come to this area. There was a nice, huge grocery store that I shopped at. Or it may have been the day before that. But anyway, it was the last 2 days. So here there's some cinemas inside this mall. This here mini stop, this is some kind of a mart. And Jade Garden. Not sure what this is. Maybe a restaurant? Oh yeah, it's a restaurant. Okay, well, I'm not certain exactly where the grocery store is. It might be in this mall on my right.